Days of using your van just as a workhorse are long gone. People now are choosing vans for outdoor living. Hi guys, welcome back to Doug Ventures. Now if you're into all things campervan, adventure, van meets, going camping, staying overnight at places, then this is a channel for you. Now if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you, we really appreciate it. Right, today's video, we get asked one question over and over and over again. So today we're going to address that question, so let's get on with it. So guys, if you own a campervan, the chances are that it's not registered with DVLA as an official camper. Now, if you're not watching this in the UK, we have a V5, which is like a logbook, which is like the title for your car. Now, some vans that are a campervan are actually classed as an official campervan. Now, we've done a video in the past about how you register your van as an official campervan. But in the UK, it's quite a complicated thing to do. So if you do own a campervan and basically it is officially classed as a campervan, then as far as insurance goes, then it's quite simple to insure your vehicle. Because basically you just ring a campervan insurance company and they will recognise it as a campervan, so it's easy to insure. Now, the thing is, if your vehicle is not an official campervan, like our van isn't, then it can be a little bit complicated to get your vehicle insured. Now, the reason it can be a bit complicated is because on your V5 logbook, if it is not an official campervan, it might be classed as a commercial vehicle, like a private lights good vehicle. It could be like for carrying passengers. It can be used for that as a vehicle. You know, there's lots of different like areas that your van sort of like is classified under. So if you're looking to get your campervan insured, you need to obviously first find out what your vehicle actually on your V5 logbook actually is. So when you've done that, like I said, that's what we did. We found out that like our vehicle is classed as a commercial vehicle. Now, what is a commercial vehicle? Well, a commercial vehicle is basically a vehicle that is classified that to carry commercial goods or paying passengers. Now, when we got our van, we never ever intended it to be a commercial vehicle. Now, like I said, with the DVLA regulations, we knew that we'd never be able to officially class it as a campervan. So how do we insure it? Well, when we started doing like our campervan up, if you like, you know, and like getting things done to it and so on, one of the very, very first things that we did right at the very beginning was we fitted a full-length rock and roll bed in our campervan. Now, we knew that, you know, we was going to be like doing trips away, you know, and slowly but surely like doing different things to it, you know, to get it to a campervan, so like to our standard that we wanted, you know, so we could use it. Now, when we got the rock and roll bed fitted, it got me thinking, and I was thinking, you know, do I need to tell my insurance company that it's got a rock and roll bed in it? And I thought about it and I thought about it, and then I decided, do you know what? I'm going to ring my insurance company. So I rang my insurance company and I said to them, look, I have this van, obviously insured with yourselves, and, you know, and I told them originally what I was going to be using it for. And I said to them, look, I fitted a full-length rock and roll bed in the van. Is that something that I need to let you know about? Anyway, they put me on hold, they went and had a look and everything, and they got back on the phone and they basically said to me, yes, of course, you need to tell us that you have made a modification to your van. So straight away, our van was then modified. So before we go any further, we need to understand, what does a modified vehicle mean? Well, basically, a modified vehicle basically means that when your vehicle left the factory as standard, if anything has changed on it, for example, anything to do with the body, anything to do with the interior, for example, things like body kits, different wheels, like alloy wheels on the inside, maybe different seats, things like that. Engine tuning things, like if you've done any modifications to the engine, things like that, that's classed as a modification because it didn't leave the factory as standard. Now, things like tyres, you know, like engine servicing and things like that, that's not classed as a modification. That's classed as sort of like maintenance. So you need to understand that a modified vehicle basically means if the vehicle is not as it was when it left the factory from brand new and you've done something with it, it means it's modified. All insurance companies are different, and some insurance companies might not actually require you to tell them about any modifications to your vehicle, but our insurance company does. So obviously that's why I'm saying to you guys, you know, modifications are quite important. Now guys, I actually know some people, and you guys watching probably do as well. I actually know some people that have had their vehicle modified in the past, and when they've spoke to an insurance company, they haven't actually told their insurance company that it's been modified. And now this is crazy. It's a crazy thing to do. Now, why would somebody not tell the insurance company that your vehicle's been modified? Well, it's quite simple, because generally it's going to cost more money if your vehicle is modified. Now, one thing you need to understand is as well, don't think that if you've bought a vehicle and it's already been modified, or you've got your vehicle and you've modified it, don't think that if you require your insurance services for whatever reason, that you can ring your insurance company up, and then if they come out and, like, you know, they inspect your vehicle and they see that it's been modified, don't think that if you turn around and say to them, oh, I bought the vehicle like this, I didn't realise that it was modified, I thought that came as standard. Do you really think your insurance company will turn around and go, ah, okay then, well, if you didn't know, then that's fine? No, you're mistaken. Your insurance company will not pay out. It's as simple as that. So it's really important that if your vehicle's been modified, you have to tell your insurance company. Now, what if you've bought a vehicle and you don't know if it's been modified, because you might not know what's been like on the vehicle as standard? Well, it's down to you at the end of the day. And if it's something that you are concerned about, because let's have it right, campervans have got a lot of modifications, and even if you buy a standard van, it might be modified and you might not even know about it. But if you're not certain, take your vehicle to a reputable garage, just get them to have a look over it, and they'll be able to tell you, you know, if the vehicle is standard or modified. But it's very important, modification, you really need to understand this word, because most insurance companies, when you ring them up, what is one of the questions that they ask you when you're talking about your vehicle quote for your insurance? Is the vehicle modified? Keep that in mind, guys. Very important. So now that you understand all that, you know, it's the simple question. How do you actually insure a campervan? Well, now that you know, obviously, if your vehicle is modified and everything, you know, and now that you know what your vehicle is actually registered as, you know, on your V5, like I said, if it's an official campervan, it's simple. There's specialists out there that will recognize the vehicle straight away, and you can get it insured straight away as a campervan. Now, the benefit of actually having a vehicle actually registered as a campervan is generally the insurance is cheaper for official class campervans. That's why a lot of people, you know, do want to like get them officially changed as a campervan. And, you know, it's debatable, but it can also increase the value of the vehicle if it's classed as an official campervan. So you ring your insurance company. Now, we can actually recommend an insurance company, because we do get asked a lot, can we recommend one for a campervan? The reason we can't recommend one is because there's a lot of variables. How much the vehicle's worth, how much work it's had done, you know, with the modifications, how old you are, what you do for a living, where you live. Now, we could recommend an insurance company, but for every one person that would ring up and get a really good quote, another person's going to ring up and get a very expensive quote, because there's a lot of variables. So, you know, we can't actually recommend an insurance company. But what we will say is, what you're best off doing is just go online, just do a search and just type in, you know, like campervan specialist insurance companies. Because a lot of companies will actually insure your van, even though it's not classified as official campervan. You know, they could classify them, they can insure them, you know, as like a working project type of thing, you know, and different things like that. So what you need to do is, you need to obviously ring an insurance company and get a few quotes. And when you speak to them, tell them everything. Tell them what you intend to do with the vehicle, what you use it for. Basically, just be honest with them. Don't hide anything, you know, because there are going to be some insurance companies that are going to be very expensive, but there'll be some that will be within your budget. But when you ring them up, tell them absolutely everything. The other thing is as well, guys, when you're actually like speaking to your insurance company. Now, let's just say for argument's sake that you've bought a van for £10,000 and you're modifying it. Now, modifying your vehicle into a camper van, it's not cheap. I mean, we've been doing ours now for like almost 3 years and we're still nowhere near finished, you know, but every time that we do add a modification, like, you know, one of the last things we had done was the electrics on the van. We rung our insurance company and said, look, I'm not certain if I need to tell you, but I'm just letting you know that we've had this done. Just tell them every single thing that you've had done. Now, the thing is, if you've bought, say, a van that you're doing it up and it's cost you about £10,000, let's just say you're going to spend about £5,000 on it. Your vehicle then to you is worth £15,000 because it's not a £10,000 vehicle anymore. What you need to do is you need to make certain that when you speak to your insurance company, say to them that every time that you do a modification and it's adding value to your vehicle, you need to be certain that your insurance company will value your vehicle, not at what the vehicle is worth when you bought it, but as you do each, excuse me, as you do each modification. That's really, really important because as a lot of people know, if you buy a standard van, like I said, for £10,000, if you went and bought that same standard van that was already converted to a full camper van, you're probably talking about £15,000 to £20,000 for the same van because it's been modified into a camper van. So be certain to ask your insurance company because, like I said, if you require insurance services, you don't want to be in a position where you think your vehicle's worth £15,000, but they turn around and said, well, you only paid £10,000 for it and the market price is only like £8,000. So be certain to say to your insurance company and get that cleared up that you actually know that every time you do a modification to your vehicle, that it's increasing the value of your vehicle at the same time. And the other thing is, don't forget to shop around as well. You know, when you do your quotes and everything, you know, be certain to like shop around. Me personally, I would recommend that you actually ring the companies. Now, the reason for that is, you know, when you do like your online sort of like quotes and things like that, sometimes it's not very easy to explain what it is, you know, that you're trying to do. You know, if you've got like, say, like a leisure bathroom things in your van, if you try and put that in on an online quote, it might not recognize it and things. So, you know, I would personally recommend that, you know, whatever insurance company that you're going to ring, that you're going to contact, actually ring them and actually speak to them, you know, and shop around as well. You know, don't be afraid to obviously take a quote, compare it to another one, compare it to another one. Everybody's got a price in mind, what they want to pay for the insurance. And, you know, that's fair enough because that's the way it is. But, you know, you need to understand that obviously the quote needs to be right for you. So do shop around and, you know, and get a quote that you're actually happy with and speak to them and tell them everything. Even write questions down on a piece of paper in front of you so you don't forget. Because what you don't want to do is speak to one insurance company and then, you know, oh, you forgot to mention that, you know, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be traveling abroad, or you're going to, you know, and then you have to ring them back and go through the whole process. Get everything wrote down so it's a nice and easy, simple process for you to contact the insurance company. So guys, basically to summarize them, to insure your self-built camper van, what you need to do is, you need to first of all, in your own head, understand what it is that you're insuring. You need to understand what the value of your vehicle is, how much money you're going to be spending on it. Then you need to do like a search, you know, get some insurance companies that you can actually ring that are specialists in insuring like modified vehicles. You need to understand what modification means to your vehicle. You need to then also understand, you know, what you're going to be using the vehicle for, so you can actually tell the insurance company. Because if you insure your vehicle as sort of like an ongoing camper van, and then you're using it for work, well, these are two different things, you know. And if you do use your camper van for work, you need to tell them that as well. So to summarize everything, basically ring an insurance company that specializes in like insuring like modified vehicles like camper vans and so on. There's plenty out there, and just be completely honest with them. Anything you don't know, ask them questions, because you're going to ring some of the companies and they're going to turn around and say, oh, sorry, we can't insure a vehicle like that. That's fine. Move on to the next one. Just spend a little bit of time doing it. Set some time. Don't just think that you can make one phone call and, you know, expect to get your vehicle insured how you want it, because it won't work like that. Set half a day to one side if you can and spend that time. Do your research. Find some companies, ring them, have all your questions laid out and everything, and make sure there isn't anything that you don't understand. You need to ask them. And like I said, the key thing here is be absolutely honest and open with them. And you will find a company that will be able to help you out and ensure you exactly how you need to be insured. Right guys, that's it for today's video. I hope it's been informative and it's helped some people out. Like I said, we do get asked a lot on a regular basis about, you know, insuring a camper van. So I just thought, you know, if we put a video together, just like telling you some of the basics, what you need to understand, you know, because yes, it can be quite complicated, but as long as you know what it is that you're insuring, you know, there are companies out there that will insure you. So like I said, that's why I put the video together, and I hope it's been informative for you guys. If it has been informative, please hit that like button. Thank you to every single one of our subscribers that we've got. We really, really, really appreciate every single one of you. Now, if you are new to the channel and this is the first time watching this video, please do consider pressing that subscribe button. It's free and you get lots of good information like this. And the other thing is as well, on our channel, 80% of our regular viewers are not subscribers. So come on guys, please hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps our channel out a lot. And it's free. So thank you very much. Appreciate you pressing it. Right guys, until the next video, I hope, like I said, you have enjoyed the video. So until next time, bye for now.